Hi everyone, Peter Laoudikos, Railway Commercial. Thanks for spending a few minutes with me. Let's get straight into what's happening in the local industrial and commercial market here in Southeast Queensland across the Gold Coast. So this week on Wednesday, we held numerous auctions at the Gold Coast Turf Club, 9 commercial auctions in fact, selling 7 out of 9 under the hammer, with 2 deals currently in circulation looking to be completed by the end of today. So overall, a very competitive and strong selling market. Some of the results that I can highlight for you: we had 8 at 42 Burnside Road in Ormo. That was a 161 square metre warehouse in fairly original condition, but in a good location. That property sold for $650,000 vacant possession, plus GST. Now that's over $4,030 a square metre, which is a very consistent rate per square metre now in that area. If you go back 3 years ago, I remember people laughed at me when I told them I was trying to get $2,400 a square metre. To now be at over $4,000 a square metre consistently for 2024, just a sign of the strength of the market and the overall demand of industrial property. We also auctioned 89 Lars Road in Ormo. Now this property was a 2,500 square metre block, about 1,450 square metres of a complete industrial cool rooms and office area in C-grade condition. The building itself needed quite a fair bit of work. It did have a 5-year lease in place, 1 year into the term, increasing to $217,000 net income on the 1st of June. That property sold for $3,350,000 and represents about a 6.5% yield on the income generated, the highest yield paid on the day. We saw yields as low as 5.2%. We also sold 7 of 9 Greg Chapel Drive in Burleigh Heads. That was a 119 square metre warehouse, vacant possession, original condition, sold for $620,000. That represents a rate per square metre at over $5,000 a square metre. We also sold 2 and 11 at 19 Brolga Ave for $1.39 million and $1.4 million respectively for each. That represented on the income generated a 5.2% yield for both sales. 44 Hutchinson Street sold for $3.15 million. That was a 5.2% yield, a 5.3% yield. Again, highlighting the strength of the industrial market in Burleigh Heads, without a doubt the most competitive market in Australia at the moment when it comes for commercial property. And with those properties exiting the market overnight, we've seen a reduction in the supply chain into the market overall. Listings have actually dropped since we last caught up with you a couple of weeks ago. I think that they're starting to stabilise at this level, but we're talking no more than 330 commercial properties on the market across the entire Gold Coast consistently now for months. That's at a level that realistically can't be sustained, you would think. It's very, very, very tight. We have listed a few new properties that will be coming to the market, and we've got a few Form 6s out in circulation, which we can discuss with you in the coming weeks. But new listings that we've got coming to the market in the coming week, we've got 5 and 6 at 55 to 65 Christensen Road in Stapleton. Those properties are 140 square metres each, going to be sold at auction on the 4th of July. We've also got 19 at 5 to 7 Cairns Street in Loganholme, another industrial property with a tenant in place for a further 12 months, but in a great location in Cairns Street in Loganholme, which is seeing huge demand not only for rent, but for owner occupiers. We still have very limited medical assets on the marketplace, absolutely zero local shopping markets, shopping centres, retail strips, nothing like that. And there's a huge demand at the moment for freehold offices across Southeast Queensland, and in particular the Gold Coast. The last time we saw a freehold office hit the market was actually back in 2023 in our local marketplace. So quite a bit of a gap between listings. The market is definitely interested in seeing those type of properties. So if you're holding onto an asset, land in particular, industrial land, I can't stress enough how much demand there is for that. There was a block of land that sold in Currumbin, 800 square metres for over $2,100 a square metre in a floodplain. So buyers will pay premium prices to get some industrial land, in particular if they're building for their own business. So I would implore anyone holding onto land that's looking at potentially transacting on that, this is the marketplace to really push the price there, and you're going to get a lot of competition, there's no doubt about that. The market today is still very competitive, stock is down, and we're definitely seeing buyer interest starting to increase, in particular with rates holding a couple of weeks ago. Appreciate you spending a couple of minutes with me. Thanks for your time. And as always, if you have any interest or have any questions or would like to discuss anything to do with your own property or some of the properties that we're holding or your search, what you're after, my team is here to help with. Thank you very much. Speak to you soon.